y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I am Sunny Brooks, and for those that are new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about business, right? So if you're interested in business, if you're a business owner or want to become a business owner, keep watching. So I'm going to discuss the things they don't tell you about business. I feel like business, entrepreneurship, being a business owner is very glamorized at times on social media, and they only show like the how much money you can make in minutes and days and months, and the travel and the jets and the all of the fancy and all of the nice glamorous parts of being an entrepreneur, which though that's one side of it, and those are some of the things. But I'm gonna cover, I won't say the bad things because I don't think it is bad or good. I just think it is, and it is a part of entrepreneurship, and it is a part of being a business owner. So I'm gonna go over the things that they don't tell you about that you may not think about, but it's definitely important. Okay. So the first thing they do not tell you about when it comes to being a business owner is you're going to have to hire and fire. Listen, if you think this is a one-man show and you're going to be able to do everything forever, it's not. It's not. Unless you decide to just stay small in your business and you want to just do everything, but it doesn't really make sense, right? So you're going to have to hire and fire. This is like one of the most difficult parts in businesses and in having a business. Hiring the right candidate for the right position and knowing how to hire, and knowing that one hire doesn't do all jobs, right? Because sometimes you can make the mistake of hiring this one person and say, oh, they're going to be my social media manager, but you want them to post, you want them to respond to comments, you want them to answer DMs, you want them to create content. Like, those are like three different positions, like, to be honest. Yeah, it's about three different positions. You may say, I'm going to hire assistant. An assistant can really do anything you tell them to do, but you may say, hey, I'm going to hire assistant. They're going to do social media. They're going to pack orders. They're going to run errands for me. They can, but what I have learned in owning a business is hiring for, like, this person is over one thing. For example, my customer service manager, she answers all emails, respond to all comments, and answer all DMs. Why? Because those 9 times out of 10 are customer questions, customer concerns. So she will be the perfect person that's able to address them across the board, no matter if it's social media or in an email. She responds web chats too. So yeah, hiring and then firing. Firing, listen. If you have ever hired family or worked with family, you're going to have to fire them one day. Like, somebody in your family going to, like, it's just... It is just a part of the game. And firing is not easy, and it's not for the faint of the heart, because it requires difficult conversations. And sometimes people don't want to sit in difficult conversations. Some people don't want to have to defend themselves or defend their business in a way. So listen, hiring and firing is definitely one of the things they don't tell you about. And it is hard to keep the same people on a team. Right now, our team, this same team has been with us for 2 years. So amazing. This is the longest time we have had with the same team. But you have to really be very great at hiring, and not very quick at firing, but very straightforward when it comes to firing. Okay. The next thing they do not tell you about when it comes to business is there will be ups and there will be downs. And what I mean by ups and downs, I'm talking about revenue, right? That's what I'm talking about. I am not talking about like, oh, it's going to be some happy times and it's going to be some mad times. No, I'm talking about revenue, money. There are going to be times in your business that you make lots of money. There are times you're going to be making like a middle amount of money, and there are times that you're going to make a low amount of money. And understand, just because you have one great month doesn't guarantee that the next month will be even greater. Like, yes, people want to say grow, but let's look at it realistically. If you look at it realistically and you look at businesses that have been in the game for years, you will see that there are some seasons and some years that they skyrocket, and some years they go down, and then some years they go back up. There are highs and lows. everything that goes up has to come back down, right? That is a saying. But know that you can, I'm not saying it's impossible, you can see growth over growth over growth over growth over growth over growth. You can. But understand that that is not realistic, and that is not the truth, and that is not the rule. That is an exception. Some months you may say, okay, I hit, let's say, $10,000, then I hit 10,000, and then I hit 13,000, then I hit 15,000, and then the next month I might not hit 10, I might hit 9,000. But understand that that's how business works. Or 1 year, for a whole year straight, every month is getting better, 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 better. But then the next year, everything is consistent across the board every month. Like, and it's not saying that you're doing anything wrong as a business owner, but it is saying that, like, it is the ebbs and flow of business. So know that when it comes to business, those things are like that. That is the truth. That's the name of the game. To be honest, like, look at it. You can look at earning reports from companies that are traded publicly, and you will see some months or some quarters they do really, really well, and other quarters they don't. So it is how business runs. The next thing they don't really tell you about business is this pertains to people who actually ship products, right? So if you sell a product and you ship it to customers, is shipping costs can be expensive. Shipping costs can be expensive. Like, people, I don't like, when you get free shipping from small businesses, please understand that they are taking a hit at that moment. If you get discounted shipping, understand they are taking a hit at that moment. Shipping in general is expensive. Like, it is expensive. Go to the post office and try to mail a box of anything to somebody anywhere in the United States, yet alone international. Like, shipping can be very expensive. And I would say majority of businesses that operate, they are either breaking even with shipping or they are taking a loss with shipping, being that shipping is so expensive. So sometimes companies will be like, the shipping carriers are charging me $10 to ship this package, but I don't want to overcharge my customer for a $10 product and charge them $10 for shipping. That's $20 for one product. So they may say, okay, look, I'm going to charge $5 for shipping and give them this $10 product for a total of $15. They're going to take that $5 loss. And that's just one $5 loss. Think about hundreds of $5 or thousands of $5. So, yeah. Shipping costs could be expensive, okay? So I don't know if anybody told y'all that. I don't know if you realize that, but if you are starting a business where you have to ship products, it could be anything. If you gotta ship it, it is expensive. Understand that I'm not even talking about like anything that has to stay warm or cold. Like, I'm not talking about refrigerator. I'm talking about just like if I needed to ship this book right here. Shipping this could be, I could ship this probably for about $4. I could ship this for about $4. But this book, I think I maybe paid $20 for the book, $25. So that's not bad. But when you have to ship food or anything like that you want to stay warm or cold, or if you got to ship something that's very fragile and you don't want to break it, listen. I could talk about these type of things all day because I literally run a business every day, run 2 businesses every day. So shipping costs, this, I feel like things that they don't tell you as a business owner, this could be part 1. If y'all want me to do another part, y'all comment below and say do a part 2 of this video, because there are so many things. So I'm just talking about some of them. The next thing I want to talk about is work-life balance doesn't always exist. Okay? I know they're like, and I'm big on it. Boundaries, have morning routines, and don't overwork, and don't, feed the capitalistic society, and, all of these things. Yeah. But let me tell you, hey, back to earth. Come back. Sometimes that don't exist. It don't exist. There are certain seasons where I have a perfect work-life balance, and I don't even like the word balance, to be honest. I really have this thing where I don't really think balance exists, but I have this more work-life alignment in my life where I feel like, okay, I have clear boundaries between the two. I don't find myself working at home. I don't find myself overworking, like whatever the case is. But there are some seasons, Q4, Business owner out there, online business owners out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. Q4, Q4, the end of Q3, beginning of Q4. It don't exist. November, December, in November especially, the entire month of November, forget about it. Forget about it. Like, yes, I'm Uber eating. Yes, I'm going to the restaurant. Maybe I'm not cooking as much. Maybe I'm going to get takeout. Maybe I don't sleep as much. Maybe I don't have a morning routine. Maybe I don't even look at the gym. Maybe all I do is drink coffees and drain my adrenals every day. Not saying these are great things, but it is true. Certain seasons require a certain level of time and energy, especially if you are still building and you don't have the amount of help that you wish you could have. And not only that, I just feel like in certain seasons, even if you have a lot of help, in certain seasons, I feel like business owners, especially small business owners, are still going to be hands-on. They're still going to want to be there or make sure everything is fine and things like that. Is something on my lap? Okay, maybe not. But yeah, work-life balance doesn't always exist. So know that. The next point is okay. I'm gonna say this very. You're gonna lose money at some point. You're gonna lose money at some point. Let me explain. Again, of course, like I said, the ebbs and flows. So sometimes your expenses are more than the amount of money you bring in, right? That's kind of losing money. Not kind of, that is losing money. If your expenses is $10,000 and you only made $9,000, you are at a loss of $1,000, right? But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about investments. Some money investment, something you're gonna lose. It's the name of the game. Like I can't explain it enough. You're gonna lose money at some point in the business because what business requires is risk. Sometimes you don't know, but no, majority of the time you don't know if these risks are going to lead to some sort of return on investment. So what you're gonna do is you're going to put your money in, let's say this program, this coach, this mentor, or even this product, and it's not going to yield what you thought it was going to yield. There are times that I don't order different things, like maybe let's say flyers or labels. Oh, I got some labels. I ordered some labels. They came exactly how I ordered them, but they were trash. Like I didn't want, like I couldn't use it. They were the wrong size, but that was my fault. They didn't do nothing wrong. I lost money on that. There are times you're gonna buy things, they're gonna break. That's losing money. So know that, like, yeah, you may think that it's all about making money, getting money. But business come with risk, and when you take risks and when you take chances and when you just operate a business, there are going to be some losses. You're gonna lose some money at some point, okay? I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Okay. The next point is you're going to have to trust somebody. You're gonna have to trust somebody. If you have a hard time trusting people, if you feel like you're dishonest, so you don't really trust people, like things like that, you're gonna have to like change that, work on that, heal that. Because in business, you're gonna have to trust somebody. This is not a one-man show. You cannot do everything by yourself. Yes, I said hiring and firing, but outside of that, if you hire contractors or if you pay somebody to do the work, you have to trust that they're gonna do it. Right? I don't always go to the warehouse, but I have to trust that my employees are going to be in there doing what they're supposed to do. Yes, I could be spying on them every second on the cameras. Yes, I could be calling and checking. Or like our content creator, I can give an assignment or say it needs to be done or sent out or published by this time. But I have to trust that she'll do that, right? You have to trust people when you are in the business. I'm not saying you got to trust everybody because that is not it. No, that's not it. You have to trust somebody though, because unless you want to be burnt out, unless you want to do everything by yourself, unless you want to just be running ragged, you're going to have to trust somebody. And the other thing they don't tell you about business is that you're going to have to pay in either time or money. You're going to have to pay in time or money. I'm going to say it one more time. You're going to have to pay in time or money. This is what they don't tell you about life, but they also don't tell you about it in business. You can say, oh, I'm going to do it. Yeah. You can do it. So that means you have no time left to do anything else that you want to do. You are only doing the things that you need to do. Or you're going to pay in money. And when you pay in money, you have more time because you're paying somebody else to do it. So in business, they don't tell you that. I feel like it's a thing they don't tell you about business. Like, you're going to have to pay one way or another. You can't be like, oh, I'm not paying in money or time. Yeah, of course, you get some people to probably volunteer and stuff, but then you might end up paying in time because you got to double check them or you got to, watch them while doing it. But most of the time, you got to pay in time or you got to pay in money. So you got to choose. This was the video. I told y'all I could be talking about this all day. I talk about business things on my podcast, so make sure y'all check out my podcast. It's called Sunny Days. It's on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Google Play. But I talk more in depth about things like this because YouTube, is short, but I kind of go on my tangents and explain more. So y'all check out the podcast. But if y'all want another part of this video, y'all let me know. But until we meet again, I love you. Bye.